What's up, you guys? Welcome back to V.S.O.P Sports Radio, where we only drink the finest of cognac. I'm your host, Ryan, and today we're going to be talking about the fact that Diana Taurasi has become one of the most hated female WNBA players today. But before we get into that, if you guys can do me a huge favor and hit that like and subscribe button, because my philosophy is if you enjoy the vibe, why not like and subscribe? Now, let's get into it. Diana Taurasi has just made herself public enemy number one after making comments about Caitlin Clark pretty much have pretty much having to humble herself once she gets to the WNBA. Now, as everybody knows, Caitlin Clark has been a major sensation for women's basketball, specifically in women's college basketball. She has generated the most viewership of any game in the history of women's college basketball or pro basketball. They said the national championship peaked at 24 million viewers. That many people were tuned in to see if Caitlin Clark was going to be able, after breaking all these records, to see if she can win her national championship and solidify herself as probably the women's NCAA GOAT. Now, this type of attention has clearly rubbed Diana Taurasi the wrong way. Let's take a look at exactly what I'm talking about. When asked about how things will be for Caitlin Clark when she gets to the WNBA.
Look, SVP, reality is coming.
Okay.
There's levels to this thing, and that's just life. We all went through it.
Of course.
And you see it on the NBA side, and you're going to see it on this side, where you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time. Not saying that it's not going to translate, because when you're great at what you do, you're just going to get better. But there is going to be a transition period where you're going to have to give yourself some grace as a rookie, and it might take a little bit longer for some people.
Who does she think she is? Patrick Beverly and Caitlin Clark is Lonzo Ball. I mean, is that what we have to look forward to? A bunch of WNBA players trying to really sock it to Caitlin Clark because they're jealous of the success that she's getting. Right now, she's making tons of money through NIL, and she's just getting all of this attention. It seems like Taurasi is sour, as well as the Brianna Stewarts, who've made comments such as she has to win a championship in order to be considered one of the GOATs when she's broken so many records. It's very hard and difficult. Pause. It's very difficult to get a school that doesn't get a lot of top recruits to, it's hard to just drag a team like Iowa and defeat a team that was so stacked like South Carolina. But people like Taurasi have definitely painted a target on her own back. Now, in July, you see, this is what I mean. It's got me look. I don't know if I've ever looking or taken a look at a WNBA schedule. But guess what I did? I went ahead and looked at when the Indiana Fever are going to take on the Phoenix Mercury, which is the team that I hope Diana Taurasi plays for. I believe that's what she plays for. If I'm wrong, that says everything, right? But anyway, this might have been Taurasi being a genius and making their matchup one of the most watched games. I don't know if it's going to draw these national championship type numbers, but people are going to want to tune in to see just what happens when these two teams face off. But lastly, I wanted to play this that really puts things into context on as to why Taurasi might feel the way she does. Because while they were watching the game, Taurasi was asked if she would draft Paige Buckers, who's also a baller, or Caitlin Clark. And of course, she's like, Paige, next question. And just like completely dismisses, the greatness of Caitlin Clark. Now, Here is another clip of her describing America's fascination with young female athletes and the way that attention goes away once they get to the pros.
You know, this country has a fascination with young female athletes, and then it goes away, which I don't understand. You know, whether it's the young gymnast, the young skateboarder, the young pitcher, and then it's like once you become a professional, it all goes away. But that's the pinnacle. If you're the best in the pros, then you're the best in the world. And I think people have to still remember that when it comes to women's sports.
She just seems very salty, doesn't she? I don't know. But you guys let me know what you guys think. Does Taurasi have a point? Does her comments raise any level of interest to see how to see that matchup, when they face off against each other in the WNBA? I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you guys next time here at VSOP Sports Radio. Peace.